We have city councilors, we have mayors, we have governors, we have congressmen and women, we have the president. But there is no greater title in this great United States of America than the title of citizen. Citizen, what does it mean to be a citizen? To be a citizen of the United States of America is a wonderful thing. But in this great experiment that we call America, we need participation in order for America to grow. It's okay to become a citizen or already be born a citizen, but if we aren't contributing to the society, then what does that mean? We have an AIDS rate that is out of control in Washington, D.C., which is a microcosm of our AIDS epidemic across the world. We have great minds in the Muslim community, great physicians. Just speaking to a brother from Saudi Arabia. What are we doing to help foster and push forward this cure for AIDS that some say already exists? What are we doing to address mental health issues in our community? It's a taboo topic. There are many Muslims who suffer from depression, suffer from schizophrenia, bipolar, and other ailments. But it's a taboo topic. Some say, well, alhamdulillah, brother, just pray, make a dua, which is good. But after the dua, we need to tie our camels, as the Prophet said, and take medication. What are we doing about the unaddressed issues in our community that deal with so many of our children, unfortunately, being abused, being molested, taken advantage of? We have to address these issues. And those of you in this room are the future leaders and are the current leaders who will help usher us through to a new day. President Barack Obama, one of the greatest presidents, I believe, that this country has ever produced.
Woo!
Absolutely.
Woo!
You can clap on that.
Woo!
You can so clap on that. What makes him so great? He's only been in a few months, Brother Andre, because we've not seen another president who boldly would step out and give a speech to address the Muslim world. What does that mean? It means more than just trying to snooze world leaders so we can gain access to their natural resources. He's bigger than that. He sees that Muslims have value. If you remember the speech, you remember that he spoke directly about the contributions that Muslims have made to the growth of this country, particularly the indigenous Muslims. African Americans who have been here since the inception of this country. Many came as slaves, but they made great contributions. Muslims can no longer sit back. If we have a president whose father was a Muslim, beautiful mother from Kansas, middle name Hussein, now the President of the United States of America, given its history of racial superiority, then surely in the next 10 or 20 years, Sister Hazami, we can see a hijabi in the White House. I'm being visionary. I think you guys wanted me to lie to you today. I'm being visionary. Some of you all, no, that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. Some people want to be stuck in the matrix. I'm trying to get red or blue pill. Visionary. We have to be visionary. I was just in California with the Moon family. In California, and I got a chance to see the Ummah Clinic. Muslim clinic helping people in South Central LA. This is visionary leadership. It starts with a thought. I always say this. Every Muslim should be a precinct committee man and woman. Why? Because that puts you at the center of power. It allows elected officials to come to you to get your support. It doesn't matter if you're Democrat or Republican, quite frankly. It really doesn't matter. I hope you're a Democrat, but it doesn't matter. We need Muslims on both sides of the political aisle. Why is it important for Muslims to be engaged in the political process? Everything that you and I do in our daily lives, from pumping gas, to going to the store, to being on this wonderful vessel, is the result of a politician drafting legislation, making sure that these waters are safe. We got to think about that. That's serious. From some city ordinance, to some state law, to a federal law sought out to protect us. You know, before I became a member of Congress, my first time really getting the political bug was in 1984. I was 9 years old, going on 10, and Jesse Jackson was running for president. I started going door to door, helping my grandmother, and registering voters. Now, when I was younger, I was drugged. I was forced to go to these political things. I don't want to go. This is stupid. These people are old. I want to play with my friends. They don't know what they're talking about. What is this music that they're listening to? What are these little round things? Caviar? Yuck, it sucks. Where's the cheeseburger? But over time, it got into my system. And I encourage each and every one of you to follow your passions. You know, oftentimes we go through life and say, well, I want to be this, I want to be that. And we're really denying ourselves peace. Because we're saying what sounds good, what's chic. I'm telling you right now, if you want to be a physician, be a physician. If you really want to be an engineer, be an engineer. If you want to be an artist or a musician, be a musician. If you want to be a politician with the negative connotations that hover above politics, do that. Why? Because your duty as a human being and as a Muslim is to make the world better. That's what camp is all about. Celebrating our greatness. Celebrating our contributions to the American society. Muslims have made wonderful contributions to this society. And we're an eclectic group. It looks like the United Nations in here. We have so many races in here, so many leaders in here. Muslim women, Muslim men. Listen, I'll put a Muslim sister up against anybody Tyra Banks has on America's Next Top Model. Starting with Mariana. Absolutely. We have nothing to be ashamed of. Why can't we walk in the mall? So many times we walk in the mall and we'll walk right past one another. Won't even exchange the greetings. People respond to the pride that you and I have in our faith. After 9/11, some of us were ducking. It was difficult, I'll admit. On the job, it was rough. And I was in law enforcement. And I had to go to the range to qualify regularly when my fellow officers were shooting targets with Osama bin Laden's head on the targets. That's hostility in the workplace for real. And these guys have guns. So you have to be cautious when you're being a smart ass. There are no kids in here. My point is this. Imam al-Ghazali, I'm going to get mystical in you. So many of you like Sufis. Imam al-Ghazali said the true greatness of man lies in his capacity for eternal progress. Eternal progress. Eternal progress means not just reaching a goal and settling at the finish line. It means setting yourself up for the next level. Muslims, we have to go to the next level. I think President Obama did a great service to us. By speaking to the Muslim world, he not only gave himself cover and the administration cover, he gave us an opportunity to move forward. He expressed, I believe, the sentiments and feelings of most Americans. I think it's safe to say that most Americans know that Muslims are good, decent, and good people. Why do you say that? One, they elected my dear friend Congressman Keith Wilson out of Minneapolis. Actually, you can clap for that. Secondly, they elected your brother out of Indiana to give us the history of the Ku Klux Klan. Because at the end of the day, most people want to know, okay, you're Muslim, whatever that means, what are you going to do about the rising foreclosure rate? What are you going to do about the healthcare crisis? We have the wealthiest nation on the planet Earth. And it's unfortunate, friends, that the wealthiest nation is unable to provide her citizens with access to a comprehensive healthcare plan. We need reform. They want to know, what are you going to do as a small business owner? I got a letter the other day, about 2 weeks ago, from a small business owner. He owned a car dealership. He says, my business partner and I, we want to expand our